Heyo, Greg Branos here for the Coach Speak Index. Got another draft, another best Ball Mania 6 draft on Underdog that we're ripping right now. And I have a phenomenal guest with me for this late draft this afternoon. She is the co-creator of Fanspeak, Megan Shoup. Welcome.
Greg, it's great to be here. Thank you so much for having me. I am obsessed with Coach Speak Index. I look forward to the e-newsletter that hits my email every morning. And yeah, I mean, so we got to draft together last summer. I'm so excited to draft with you today. And you'll be coming on Fanspeak Network, I believe, next Friday. So love it. And yeah, I just love what you are cranking out at Coach Speak Index. So this is an honor.
Thank you so much. Really looking forward to this one. I knew we would draft a banger team here this afternoon. Got the Scata boys in the chat here. We're pumped and primed and ready.
I was gonna say, anybody that watches any of my content, reads any of my content, knows I'm fully in the Scataboo hive. And I know you are too. I love anything you post about them. So let's go. Hopefully we can get a little discount on Cam Scataboo today.
Yeah, we almost got him in the last draft at 120. He went at 118.
Yeah, he still seems to be going in the late teens even, but as he should. I still feel very good about his full season picture. As my brother always says, he has multiple ways to get there. He as the goal line back in the passing game, and I still think he could end up being a 1A when it's all said and done.
Yeah, I think we're talking about like what kind of roles players will have. Sometimes it's like across the board, it's kind of ambiguous. Like, what will Bashal Tutin's role be? What will Kyle Monungai's role be? For Cam Scataboo, I think that like short yardage goal line role is just 1000% on lock. Like, you look at, the type of player he is physically, and then you look at the important stuff, which is like historically what his numbers have been in short yardage, and he is elite
yes.
at short yardage. And then you have the history of Tyrone Tracy last year not being great in short yardage and fumbling,
and the fumble issues.
Yes. Yeah. So, just from a starting point of, okay, well, he's got the goal line role locked down. And then, what else? Well, like you mentioned, there's the receiving stuff. Which I think, ironically, Cam Scataboo does better than Tyrone Tracy, who is who converted from receiver to running back. And if he was a really, really good receiver, then like maybe he would have stuck at receiver.
Exactly.
To running back. All Boogie here in the chat saying ball security will determine who earns 1A. Yeah, Cam Scataboo just like doesn't fumble. Which is, great for him, for his prospects of staying on the field.
Just knocked on wood for extra. Let's keep that up, Cam. And Al Boogie's a sharp guy, and I agree that will determine it. And I think that leans Scataboo's way as well. So yeah, happily we'll draft the discount, and I'm staying on brand talking about it from the jump here. My Cam Scataboo love.
It would be so ironic if just like very first NFL touch he did fumble. Like,
oh God, don't say it.
Kareem Hunt did, remember, against the Patriots, his first team. But I don't know why I would put that negative energy.
I was gonna say, don't say it.
Is there like a knock on wood equivalent of like when you are, because the knock on wood is like, oh, I'm saying this thing, like I hope it ends up not happening, but like when you're saying like, oh, this might happen,
right? We need to do the reverse of that. That's right.
Yeah, we need wood to knock on us. I need the ceiling to fall on my head right now, please. All right, you ready to jump in this draft here?
Absolutely, I'm ready.
Go. All right, giving y'all like a 5 seconds heads up that I'm about to click this BBM 6, and we'll see how many peeps are waiting on us. 2 people, or we're waiting on 2 people to fill this, and I'll get it up here, and we'll see if we can get another Influencer 101.
All right.
The big reveal.
Where's your favorite spot on the board to draft this year?
Number 1.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Number 1. I kind of like, okay. So I have two weird, I actually like where we're at. There's a reason for it. And then I also like the turn because I feel like you could get potentially what feels like, we'll see at the end of the year, what feels like 2 first rounders towards the end of the draft, towards the end, 10 through 12. So,
yeah, I feel great about pick number 7.
Yes.
Because I feel that's about how long the list of like pretty elite players goes to, like through the second round.
Exactly. I totally agree. So I'm totally happy with a pick 7. Absolutely.
Yeah. And this will kick off here shortly. You're not tipping your hand as to who you like in this 7 spot. You tease that there's somebody that you do like a lot, but
yes, there is someone. I won't tip my hand. I don't know if we have some of the people in the chat with us here, but yes, there is somebody that I am, and I've written about it, talked about it. I'm going to be overweight in round 1. Risky, but it is someone that I intend to be. Already am overweight in round 1 and intend to be overweight round 1. So seems to be a polarizing pick if that doesn't give anybody a hint yet at who I'm talking about.
I feel like at this point I might know who you're referring to.
Probably.
I'll guess if he's still on the board.
Okay.
Spot. And
these 20-second clocks fly.
They really do. I wish they had kept them at 30 seconds at least
for streaming purposes. Yes.
Yeah. God, 20 seconds goes by so quickly. All right, we're 1 pick away here.
And the player I'm referring to is still there. Though I would say if Jefferson falls, Jefferson at 7 is pretty insane. But if not, I'm sure you can tell I was guessing, and I have him ranked at number 7, McCaffrey. Yes. So good. Jefferson goes. Where do you stand? So where are you on McCaffrey this season?
I've got 12%.
Okay, so you're over the field.
Yeah. I'm over the field. I mean, when he is healthy, it's just undeniable the ceiling that he provides you in fantasy. And when we're drafting at volume, like you don't have to have 100% Christian McCaffrey. You won't get 100% Christian McCaffrey, even if you wanted that. But I mean, I can't imagine not having like at least 10% of Christian McCaffrey.
Well, yeah, especially where he's going, you have that opportunity, right? Because, you can, sometimes he does fall to 8 or 9 or 10 and, you usually can comfortably get him at 6 or 7. So yeah, I have a big overweight stand on McCaffrey and a big overweight stand on the 49ers. Everything went wrong last year for them health-wise. And, they have one of the easiest strength of schedule. Just looking for a offensive bounce back. Not like the defense is so elite that they won't get themselves into some shootouts too. So it just feels like that happy medium. And so far, all reports are great for McCaffrey. So I am all in on that.
Absolutely. We're a couple picks away here as Drake London gets taken off the board.
I'm not pushing Ladd McConkey down. Personally, I still think that with the Keenan Allen signing, I still think Ladd McConkey, it actually could just benefit. Okay, he goes, so that doesn't matter. So I would say if you're comfortable with the double anchor, I'm totally fine McCaffrey, Jonathan Taylor. But if you're not comfortable with it, I'm fine either AJ Brown or T Higgins.
Yeah, we can do JT. Get a couple hammers.
There we go.
To start off, just setting the tone right away, saying, listen, we will not be pushed around. In fact, you are the one who will be pushed around. We'll stuff you in a locker.
Right.
We'll close it. We'll throw away the key, and we'll see. We'll let you out at the end of the season.
Right. Exactly. That's kind of what I think.
High tea is, as Bruce K says.
I was big into the double anchor running back last year, more at the prices where kind of double anchor, like at least two, volume running backs in the first 4 rounds, because they were even more discounted last year. But even this year, I know we went in the first 2 rounds, but you still can get a nice double anchor in the first 2 rounds and then kind of fill it out from there. So I'm trying to obviously mix up my build structures, as everybody should if they're doing volume, of course. But yeah, when I get the opportunity like this, I'm just not going to pass up. I will say, had Lad fell to us, I probably would have said Lad, because like I said, I did move Keenan Allen way up, but I did not move Lad McConkey down like that. This is still where I feel like he should go middle of round 2. How do you feel about the Lad situation?
Yeah, I'm still big on Lad. I mean, I have like very, very, very small concerns about, like, does he get bumped out of the slot a little bit more here? And also with Keenan Allen being like a pretty decent red zone receiver.
Right.
But I just think that offense is going to kind of cook this year.
Right.
That running game going, the play action game is going to hit so hard. And I think Lad is a big part of that. We're on the clock here.
What is the top of ADP? Just out of curiosity, because I know
it's Devontae Adams, Jackson Smith, and Jigba.
Where are you on Devontae? I'm fine with Devontae, but if you're not uncomfortable with the rank,
I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good.
I mean, obviously the Stafford, injury, or getting the epidural shot and everything, and the back issue is scary. But I've been big on Devontae this whole draft season, and getting him, this round in part of round 3 still feels good to me. I did dock him a little in rankings, but I still am comfortable drafting him here.
Yeah, I mean, we saw last year he still has a lot left in the tank. He's just like such a technically proficient and just technically unbelievable wide receiver. And now he's in an offense that like really consolidates where the ball goes. So,
and Coach Speak obviously has just been amazing since he's gotten there. They seem absolutely thrilled to have him and Puka as a 1-2 punch. So yeah, I'm not really moving him down that much given the Stafford kind of concerns.
Yeah, Bruce saying that Stafford will be out there by the dip. I feel pretty decent about Stafford being out there week 1, and we're getting the report today from Mike Florio that he'll be available week 1. I guess my concern is that he takes a hit, right? Like he's more like, it's more of a red flag just for like in the season,
right,
of him kind of breaking down. We're on the clock.
So George Kittle went. So I was interested in that, but any of these top 4 receivers are actually, especially DK Metcalf, George Pickens. I'd probably lean Pickens, but these receivers, this is why I felt comfortable with the double anchor. Yeah, George Pickens here in the 4th round feels really nice. I love these 4th round receivers a ton. It does feel like, there are certain pockets of certain rounds feel better than others to target certain positions. And I love the round 4 receivers. So, and multiple came back there, and I, love getting Pickens in the 4th. Obviously it's opening up another stack as well. So that feels good.
Yeah. I think Pickens has a big year this year. I think that Dallas offense probably slings that thing around quite a bit. Brian Schottenheimer talking about, I mean, he came in talking about how much motion they want to use in that offense, and then they end up acquiring George Pickens, and now he's talking about like how Pickens and CeeDee Lamb are interchangeable, and they can move them around at different spots. George Pickens isn't just an X for them; like he can play out of the slot, he can play different spots, and they can line him up on either side, and defenses. Like Schottenheimer thinks he's going to terrorize defenses, basically the way he's talking about all this. Like, we got them lined out one on each side. Like, they have to decide who they want to shade towards. And then we can also put them on the same side. And I think
it's going to be like 2 years ago when healthy year for Dak, he threw the most touchdowns in the league, very pass heavy. If you look at the running backs versus the receiving game, I just think, or the receivers at Dak's disposal, I love Ferguson too, but these two receivers and Dak, I won a lot of double and triple Dak stacks. And that's something I'm making a conscious effort to do as we're trying to balance our exposures this month. If Travis Hunter is there, I will say I am big into that. Coach speak, we saw it could be, yes. All right. We got him.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Rome was another temptation, someone I've been moving up my ranks, but I've been high on Travis Hunter this whole draft season, including big board season, not worried about, how many snaps on defense, the targets per route run when he is getting snaps on offense. And it sounded, you heard the 80% clip from Liam Cohen as far as offensive snaps. I just think we're still getting such a discount on Travis Hunter, who really was the I love T-Mac or whatever he wants to be called. I love him too, but Travis Hunter really is the true wide receiver one in this class. And so this is, I think, amazing to still be able to get him this late in drafts.
Yeah, he's so good with the ball in his hands. He's so good in space. And that's something that Liam Cohen's offense really creates and focuses on for his receivers. We saw last year just how incredible he was at scheming like all of those guys open and getting the ball in their hands in space. And he has a dude in Travis Hunter. Yes. Who can do that. We're about to be back on the clock. I'll be more than happy to keep talking about Hunter here in a second.
Yeah. There's some definitely targets that I'm comfortable with at multiple positions. So we'll see where so David Montgomery would have been one to consider, but I love Rome to fall all the way here, or Caleb Johnson, whichever way you want to go. I know he's been a touchdown monster in camp. Obviously, I have him ranked very high, so there's a chance he could fall back.
Yeah, let's do Rome.
Yeah. So we start, we go double anchor, but then feel really caught up at wide receiver to get 4 in a row there.
Oh yeah. We're looking good. Starting out here, Christian McCaffrey, Jonathan Taylor, Devontae Adams, George Pickens, Travis Hunter, Rome, Adunze. Loving.
I'm liking this start a lot. Yes.
Quite a bit. Yeah. With the Travis Hunter stuff, I think people are just like really overblowing they're obviously him playing any snaps on defense, like just the fact that he's out on the field increases the injury risk.
That is the one concern that I have. Yeah.
That's like so baked into this price, and people are acting like he's playing linebacker. He's not. He's playing corner. He's playing outside corner, and those guys make like 3 or 4 tackles per game. On average, he's not going to be making like 10 tackles a game. He's not going to be, just getting up in there, like right in the, like where all the action is at the line with all these.
Yeah, he's not the one that has to bring Derrick Henry down, right. Exactly. So yeah, no, I get what you're saying. That is the one concern, but I think you said it perfectly. It's baked into this price, getting him here in the 6th round.
Yeah.
And we have multiple stacks that we just opened up. Now we have obviously Dak, we have Jacksonville, we have the Bears, we have, so we opened up multiple stacks with those last 3 receiver picks as well.
Oh yeah. A lot available to us. The whole world is our oyster. We're on the clock. Tony Pollard, Sam Laporta, TJ Hawkinson, Josh Downs.
I'm fine if you want to go the running back way. I'm fine with Pollard, or I'm fine with Josh Downs or Hawkinson, whoever you like the best. Those 3, I know Hawkinson got banged up, but those 3 are my favorites in this area.
Yeah, we'll go Pollard here. We'll see if one of these tight ends maybe makes it back. Yeah. There's a chance that Hawk makes it back here. I do like him quite a bit.
Which would open up another stack as well, too. So that's always nice too, when you're kind of hitting this range of either receiver tight ends that do open up more stack options to you.
How often are you trying to like push guys versus, all right, I'm going to take them like half a round or a round ahead of ADP here?
That's funny you mentioned that, because I was just thinking it for this particular draft, because it's like, wow, I absolutely love this start. And I'm in the season in August here of go get your guys. And sometimes there are so many guys that go around the same area. Like we have multiple quarterback stacks, because you could even attach Purdy to that potentially if you wanted to. We have multiple quarterbacks that go in the same area. Obviously I do like Scatabo that goes in there area. In this case, we like receivers. So I don't mind pulling up guys to then get to be able to get multiple guys, because you can't get, if 3 guys are ranked the same, you can't get 2 of them. But if you pull 1 or 2 up, then you may be able to land 3 of them, those kind of things. So I don't mind pulling guys ahead is my long way of saying that, basically.
We are on the clock here.
What number are we at?
890.
So, I mean, did we take downs?
Oh, we did not. We have 5.
Then Pittman, I would go.
All right.
So then we start, 0-3-5. So we feel really good about our running back receiver rooms.
Mm-hmm.
And then, now we could look into quarterbacks with our next couple picks, Scatterboo quarterbacks with our next couple picks. So our next 2 pick numbers are what?
103 and 114.
Yeah. So, and then Lawrence goes a little later, too. So, you might be able to get like quarterback, Scatterboo, another quarterback, or just 2 quarterbacks. That I've written a lot about this summer. This, rounds 9 through 11 are like the absolute quarterback sweet spot. Honestly, rounds like 7 or 8 through 13, there's 25 starting quarterbacks that don't have a lot of bench risk. Whereas obviously the end of the draft, there is more bench risk. So, I absolutely love honestly hitting 2 or 3 quarterbacks in this round, like 8 through 12, 8 through 13 range. So yeah, this is nice. Obviously, 2 went in the last round, but there's still a lot of our potential stacks that I believe are available.
Yeah. I don't find myself taking like a ton of receivers in this area of the draft that we're entering now. It is a lot of like quarterbacks and some tight ends, the kind of, we're getting into the like 1 teens and whatever with, Tyler Warren.
Right. And that's a problem. I just wrote about that. I want to get more Tyler Warren. I love Tyler Warren. I love Colston Loveland. It's just he goes where all these quarterbacks go that I like. So it looks like Caleb Williams did go, but Dak is still there, right?
Yeah, Dak is still here. Purdy is still here. Oh, we're on the clock.
Okay, would you prefer Dak or Purdy? I'd say get one of the quarterbacks now and see if Scatterboo falls to us, and then so I'd say Dak, but either one's fine with me.
I need to get my Dak bags up. So.
Yes, there we go. Okay, yeah, and we talked about it. If he's, if they're super high pass rate like they were 2 years ago, maybe we get back to that with these weapons that Dak has and the running game not looking so hot, that he gets back to being one of the touchdown passing leaders, and obviously maybe back into the top 5 fantasy scores at quarterback. So I love being able to get Dak Prescott here, and then now a little run happens on quarterbacks, which isn't surprising because again, this is the perfect range. And did our guy Cam just go?
Yeah. Establish the runs. Winky Christ.
Cam
Scatterboo, which you know what? I think like a good sign to see that.
Yes.
That someone from ETR is taking Scatterboo here.
Disappointing that he couldn't fall back to us, but as we could see, it was good that we took a quarterback because this is the round where the massive quarterback run starts happening. So unfortunately, Caleb's gone. We took Dak. Purdy's gone. Scatterboo's gone. This is probably a little early for Lawrence. So we didn't get Hawkinson. If Tyler Warren is there, I would say that. Okay, he goes. Yeah. We could get
available.
Is Loveland still available?
Yeah.
I don't mind Loveland. It's a bring back to the 49 to obviously Christian McCaffrey, who was our anchor in this whole entire draft. And then hopefully we get Lawrence to fall back because, there are still a decent amount of quarterbacks there. So hopefully we get Lawrence to fall back to our next pick. And then, get 2 really good quarterbacks to anchor this team. And then we can always tack on a third. But yeah, no, I like this start a lot.
It was a great start. With Loveland, I like having a 3 tight end build where you take like a Tyler Warren or a Colston Loveland or something like that, where you have one guy, that the first guy that you take who has a really, really high ceiling,
right?
Might not be like a, every week dominating kind of tight end, but, getting a room of say like Colston Loveland, Hunter Henry, Chigakonkwo or something like that. Right. So we're this one early and then you kind of just peg two on later.
Absolutely. I absolutely love the mid to late round tight end builds. And hey, could we have, I know we like our early tight ends. I have a ton of George Kittle in like now he's more like third, but third through fifth round. I know there's some elite tight ends that go early, but could this be another year to make it 3 years in a row where a rookie tight end becomes tight end one? Because, last 2 years, Laporta in 23 and obviously Brock Bowers in 24 have put up massive performances, and we're getting them in this range. And that's awesome. So yeah, I'm really happy we got Loveland there. What number are we coming up at?
127.
Okay. And Lawrence, if he doesn't go here, I would say Lawrence would be the pick, like not trying to push it, just get our second stack.
Absolutely. Yeah, he's available.
Perfect.
We'll snag him up.
This besides missing out on Scatterboo, this is feeling like absolutely like it's falling the way you want it to. And that is sometimes the nice thing about being in the middle, because sometimes on the ends you're waiting for something to fall back and it usually doesn't the way you want to. So that is one of the benefits about being in the middle here.
Yeah, when you're right on the end of the draft, it's like, God, I kind of want this guy, but this is like a full round and a half ahead of their ADP. Like they're maybe 5% to make it back.
Right. But like the chance that they're going to make it back is so low, and
if you take them, you won't know if they make it back.
Right.
Thinking like, once the draft is over, you're looking at your team, you're like, oh man, I wonder if they would have made it back.
Yeah, but no, what I was basically off of what you said and what Chad has said too, is I agree with you. That mid to late round tight end build where you kind of get one here in the middle and then tack on two late. I absolutely love that. I mean, I honestly don't even mind doing just a full late round tight end build, but yeah, I really, really think there's a lot of tight end value throughout here.
All right, we are on the clock here.
I mean, I know I have Braylon Allen ranked really high, but either like Rashad White or Braylon Allen or Dubs would be where I'd probably be looking. Just obviously all guys with some good coach speak. So do you have a particular preference?
Fuck it. Let's take Braylon Allen.
I have him ranked way higher, but he's now going, his ADP says whatever, 160, but he's now going in the 50s, 140s. So it's one of those where if you try to push it, he's probably not coming back with all the good coach speak. And so now this to me feels like we've built it so nicely that it can be like my favorite type of build, a 3-5-7-3, tack on one more quarterback, tack on one more running back because we double anchor, but we still have two other strong ones. We got 5 receivers before it got too thin. We've anchored with 1 tight end. This is honestly my favorite type of structural build. And this is a lot of my favorite, minus not getting Scatterboo player takes too. So this is really fun.
Hell yeah. This could be a fun, like Anthony Richardson, third QB team with Michael Pittman. Maybe.
I mean, I don't ever do that much because I'm just so skeptical he'll play the whole year. But this is the type with 2 good quarterbacks like that you already have Dak and Lawrence. This is the type of team where you could do that and play for the upside for sure. I have pumped the brakes on my Daniel Jones shares. I was very much I think Daniel Jones wins the job. At this point, I'm not even confident whoever wins the job is going to keep the job. So I'm just kind of staying off of it, but I do see the benefit in Richardson, especially in builds like this, when, you have two solid ones. So if he gets benched, if he gets hurt, it's not the end of the world.
Yeah. Chris Ballard, their Colts general manager, saying, I think both of these guys will help us out at some point.
Right. Yeah. If Dubs falls here, do we have 5 or 6 receivers? 5, right?
5. Yeah.
Okay, then him as the 6 sounds great. I assumed Keenan Allen, what number? He probably already went, I'm guessing.
He did, 145.
Okay, yeah, and that's where I think he should go in the one. I pulled him up to the late 120s, early 130s, because I want to stay ahead of it, quite honestly, because I think he's going to end up there. But yeah, I think he's going to go in the 140s. The rest of this week for sure. And then I wouldn't be surprised if he goes up from there.
Richardson goes at 153.
Wow. Okay.
Draft. Wild.
Yeah.
There are certain players that's really interesting to see like where they're going in drafts right now. You'll see like a pretty big range of
right.
Richardson. I think last draft I did with Danny Heifetz went like 143 or 148.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Like that. And then I've, see him go a little bit later, obviously as well, closer to his ADP. I think Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt is a guy that's getting wow.
He's just skyrocketing so much I can't even keep up with it. It's like now I'm trying to get shares and I can't even keep up with the skyrocket prices for him. So it'll be interesting where he goes, after these first preseason game, the first preseason game this week.
Yeah. About to be back on the clock.
What number are we coming back up?
162.
Okay. Let's see. I'm trying to think. So Alan already went. Keenan went. I'm trying to think of guys I pull up here in this range. I don't love the receiver. Are you fine with like a Jonnu Smith? Oh, it's the same bye week.
Or we can get a running back here if you wanted, Algier or Tootin.
Algier's fine.
Yeah. All right, and then that.
I apologize about that. If I would have thought it through, it would have been fun to tack on like a fun like rookie. So I apologize on that one. I was like, oh, Jonnu Smith would be fun because it builds out another potential. I do take Rodgers as a third QB, and build out kind of another third stack. And it's just not a range where I felt like, so I probably should have, just been willing to pull up one of the other receivers, or Gesicki is another tight end I love that people, are worried about Fan or worried about his injury. But I think it was in your e-newsletter today that, the coach speak is, he's still going to have a big role for the team. So, and I think he would be questionable to play if it was a real game this weekend.
Yeah. They like Gesicki quite a bit there still. And, we know when like T. Higgins misses time.
Right.
Gesicki gets very, very involved as a slot receiver there.
So what number will we be coming back at?
The 175, which is like, I was going to say that's like right at Jonnu Smith's ADP, but
I'd be fine with Gesicki here and then hope maybe Rodgers falls back, and then you can tack on Pat Freiermuth as a third. And then if we had Gesicki, then it doesn't matter if you have two of the same bye weeks, because if you had two bye week 5s and one bye week 10, I don't mind that for the tight end position. I usually don't ever do that for the quarterback position, but the tight end position, I don't mind that. So yeah, I still take Gesicki around his ADP because I don't really think he should be falling that much with the Noah Fant or being a little banged up right now. I think he's going to be a big part of this offense. And if touchdowns have a positive regression, he could, or like you said, the contingent value if any of the receiving core goes down. So I love Gesicki here.
Let's do it. Wow, Bashal Tootin still on the board.
Yeah, that's interesting.
76. This is I think the hardest I've seen him fall in a draft.
Right.
Interesting.
So we have 3 picks remaining?
Yep, 3 picks left. Recap this team here: Dak Prescott, Trevor Lawrence at QB, running back Christian McCaffrey, Jonathan Taylor, Tony Pollard, Braylon Allen, Tyler Algier. At receiver, Devontae Adams, George Pickens, Travis Hunter, Rome Odunze, Michael Pittman Jr., Romeo Dobbs, and then tight end Colston Loveland, Mike Gesicki. We're cooking.
We are cooking. Yeah. Don't have any other stacks built out. If Rodgers is here, my preference, how I would play it, totally up to you. I would probably go Rodgers, a receiver. And for some reason, people let some Freiermuth stay till 18th or undrafted. And I think that's still crazy because I think it's going to be DK Metcalf, the 2 tight ends. Yeah, I would probably go Rodgers here to secure a third stack, and then hopefully get Freiermuth later.
Let's do it.
So one more to go here. And I've seen Rodgers go a little earlier sometimes, but usually he still falls to this range.
Mm-hmm. I don't think Sound Girl will take him. All right.
There we go.
Welcome to the darkness retreat, my friend.
There we go. I love Tim D and good to see Who Hames in here. Yeah, no problem about this Arthur Smith using tight ends.
Mm-hmm. He loves them. He
can't get enough.
Was it last week we got the beat reporter tweeting out that he ran like a 4 tight end, like an 04 personnel grouping with no running back, 4 tight ends, and then he motioned Jonnu Smith into the backfield.
Right, exactly. You got to love it.
Yeah, never change, Artie.
Exactly. Never changed. Who are some of your fun late round receiver clicks now that prices are moving?
Let me see here. I'll look at guys. Well, I kind of don't want to give
Right. Yeah.
away before
Sure.
we pick one more. Okay, no, Fryermuth is still available.
Okay, good.
Would you want to take him with this next?
Yeah, we could take him and then just look for like a spike, because I feel really good about our receiver room. We can just look for a spike week guy that, maybe has gotten some really good coach speak. I know there's multiple there that I just pulled up in rankings, but should still potentially be there in the last round. So I don't mind taking Fryermuth here, having our stack, and then grabbing a fun receiver in the 18th.
We'll have our stack and we'll eat it too.
Exactly.
That's my pancake strategy.
Well, yeah. So now it's just, tack on one fun receiver, and hopefully we print on this thing, because I like this team. I can't believe Hopkins is still there. That surprises me. Was there coach speak that I missed? Because
no. Yeah. The coach speak that we've gotten on DeAndre Hopkins was wow. Okay, so the guy here that I wanted as like a late round pick is gone. Torrey Horton.
Yes. Okay. That's the one I just moved up the rankings. And so I was wondering if that was one of the potential rookies you were referring to.
Yeah. Got some, man. I don't know if you read the coach speak from yesterday from Mike McDonald.
Yes.
Talking about Marquez Valdez-Scantling is in a battle for his job right now.
Right.
What Torrey Horton is doing.
Yeah, and my brother and I have been high on MVS all year. It matches up with what Sam Darnold does, throws a great deep ball, but now Torrey Horton's competing, so brought MVS down, moved Torrey Horton up, trying to adjust. That's what August is all about in these best ball streets. So, well, to me, Slayton or Hopkins here, I think, if they're not like the fun rookie, but they are solid picks in the 18th round.
I have a hard time deciding between these two here.
I'll let you decide, because
okay. Let you decide. You go.
Okay. We probably have less by week 7, so I'll say Hopkins.
Hopkins? Yeah, I don't think we have any by week 7s. D-Hop.
D-Hop. There we go.
Yeah,
I read the Coach Speak Index e-newsletter daily, and it's so good to like get your daily feed of it. And so I absolutely love reading that every morning. And I was wondering, did I miss something on Hopkins? Because usually he goes more like round 16, so I'm surprised he found a round 18 here.
Yeah, well, I wonder like how much of it is other guys kind of getting pushed up now,
like Horton,
Corey Krosky Merritt, those
right
kind of guys, and people are just like less excited about older vets at this point, right? Like,
I think that's what it is. I mean, if people are going to rise, somebody has to fall. So
yeah, like Slayton was going in nearly every draft, and now he goes undrafted in this one here.
That's wild. That's wild. I mean, they paid him. He's looking great in camp, So yeah, that's a crazy one to me. Well, outside of not getting Scatterboo, I absolutely love this team.
Oh yeah. Quarterback, Dak Prescott, Trevor Lawrence, Aaron Rodgers. At running back, Christian McCaffrey, Jonathan Taylor, Tony Pollard, Braylon Allen, Tyler Algier. At receiver, Devontae Adams, George Pickens, Travis Hunter, Roma Dunze, Michael Pittman Jr., Romeo Dobbs, DeAndre Hopkins. And at tight end, Colston Loveland, Mike Gesicki, Pat Fryermuth. How are you liking this draft?
I mean, Greg, I'm calling our shot. We're going to playoffs with this thing. So
yeah, easily.
This is a playoff team. I just have a feel. I mean, you need the team to stay healthy. Obviously, if team stays healthy, we're going to playoffs. So,
okay. Megan Shoup, guaranteed winner.
Guaranteed.
Easy.
I love it. Though I will say, anytime I label my teams, I'll write "love it." I haven't done it this year. Anytime in the past year, I would label a couple of years. I'd label it "love it." It was a 10th through 12th, but.
I think I have like one of the. It would be interesting to pull it up here. Let Let me see. And one that I just named, like, oh, you cooked, absolutely cooked on this one.
Absolutely cooked. I love it.
All right, let's pull up this team. All right, Jalen Hurts, Geno Smith, Josh Jacobs, Caleb Johnson, Pacheco, Ramondre, Tootin, Dylan Sampson at 194.
Yeah.
Justin Jefferson, Tyreek Hill, Jameson Williams, Jaden Higgins, Luther Burden, Pop Douglas, Darius Slayton, who we were just about, Hawkinson, Goddard, Juwan Johnson. All right.
I think you absolutely cooked. So yeah. I think you did absolutely cook. I think we do have a guaranteed winner, but it'll be funny to see if those are some of the ones heading to playoffs or semifinals, or dare I say finals.
Yeah, I think we'll get both. I think that team that I cooked on will get to the finals, and then the team that you just drafted with me is getting to the finals.
Perfect. I'll take that. I like that. That sounds like a plan to me, Greg.
Before I let you go, Megan, what are your 4 favorite films?
4 favorite films? Oh, geez. That's a good one. I'm going to mix it. Can I mix in some Christmas films?
Please.
Well, Christmas Vacation every Christmas, and sometimes in Christmas in July or Christmas in the summer. So Christmas Vacation is definitely one. I'm going to get girly on you. Bridesmaids has to be 2. So these are not going to be deep films. So if anybody's looking for any deep, meaningful films, they're going to be very disappointed. A lot of light and comedies. But I will give one serious one. Just got a new dog. His name is Rudy. So I'll have to say, and I just watched the movie Rudy in honor of him. So Rudy, number 3. And then I'm going to throw in another Christmas movie. I absolutely love the movie, a sneaky, underrated one, 4 Christmases. Can laugh the more you watch it, the more you laugh. So 2 Christmas movies, 1 very girly movie, 1 football movie. There you go.
4 Christmases is the Vince Vaughn,
Reese Witherspoon. They go to the 4 family houses. Yes, absolutely love it. And then Christmas Vacation. I've loved that one since I was a kid, because I'm old. So I remember watching that when I was younger as a kid. It's like from 89 or something like that, but never gets old. So yeah. And then Bridesmaids, I cry laughing every time I watch it as well.
Bridesmaids is so fucking funny.
It's so funny. I never understood why they didn't do a sequel to Bridesmaids, but maybe some things are left, because look at the Hangover sequels, not great. So
yeah, Bridesmaids 2, where just same kind of thing, but it's her second marriage.
Yeah. Or you could have done one of the other girls gets married, and then it's like, yeah. So I thought it should have been done, but then a lot of sequels don't land. So, that's okay.
Speaking of Christmas films, this past Christmas, this was the first time that I had watched a Christmas Story.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, really enjoyed it.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, that's a Christmas staple for sure. I do tend to lean into. I love It's a Wonderful Life. The very old classic. Love that, black and white. It's a Wonderful Life. But I do like to laugh my ass off at Christmas Vacation and 4 Christmases. So if you haven't watched 4 Christmases yet, that's a sneaky good Christmas. Have you watched that one yet? The Reese Witherspoon?
A long time ago, like when around the time that it first came out, which was like, God,
I bet that's like 10, 15 years. Yeah, it was probably like 2011 or something like that. But watch it more. Watch it again. The more you watch it, the more it'll get funnier and funnier.
All right. I'll wait till Christmas to watch.
Okay, that's fair. We're still in early August.
Yeah. I'll watch it on the night of the NFL games.
Okay.
I'll watch it as a nightcap.
Maybe we'll have a best ball finals team to watch around Christmas time, and that'll be some good mojo, and it'll all come full circle. So
is finals week Christmas week?
I think it is again. It really, they really want us away from our families during the holidays.
What a
great NFL, best ball.
Yeah. Oops, sorry. I have best ball teams to sweat. I to be able to make it this year.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining today. Thank you to everyone who came and hung out with us on Friday. We've got Jared Smola and Theo Greminger. That'll be fun. Megan, please let us know where we can find you, what you've got going on.
Absolutely. Yeah. Well, first of all, thank you so much for having me. This was fun. I really do truly love our team. Megs08 DFS on Twitter, the Fanspeak Substack. We were kind of pushing everybody to Substack now. So we have a best ball Substack, but it's going to kind of turn into an everything Substack, DFS, Battle Royale, sports betting, all the good things. So Fanspeak Substack, you'll find that link in the descriptions of any of our shows on the Fanspeak Network. Fanspeak Network, we do Best Ball Jeopardy every Wednesday. So tonight we have Best Ball Jeopardy going on, but we pretty much have Best Ball shows almost every single day of the week on the Fanspeak Network. And that, again, will carry right into the NFL season with sports betting, pick'ems, battle royales, DFS content. So we'll get you covered all sorts of DGen football content year round on Fanspeak Substack and Fanspeak Network.
Wonderful. All right, y'all go check it out. And like Megan mentioned, I will be on there next Friday.
Next Friday, yes.
The 15th. So
yes.
Keep your eyes and ears peeled for that. All right, y'all. Peace.